Hey. I don't know why I say it like that, but hi. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Eccentric Sunshine Tarot. We're going to do a general collective reading today, specifically for 11/22. I did a reading yesterday. I posted it last night sometime about the 11/22 prep and what was going on, the energies that seemed to be stirring up, that I felt that what's going on is this, or what has been going on is this kind of build up to taking the step today. Today is the step. There is what a lot of healers and energy what would be the word that I'm looking for? Energy believer. I don't know. That sounds silly, but whatever. That a lot of the folks on the spiritual path, believe is a portal of sorts. And I can tell you personally, I don't know how you feel when you watch these things. I would assume if you're tuning in to tarot readings on YouTube and if you're seeking some spiritual guidance of sort, that you probably feel similar. I think most people that I've talked to actually, especially this last week, have been feeling this kind of buildup of energy. There was like this sort of decision that was made around 11/11 and around the full moon that time, and now we just had the new moon in Scorpio around the 19th, 20th, and then we have today, which is like this. To me, I really do believe that it is like this kind of portal activation. Today is the day for whatever it was that you were trying to manifest or bring into fruition to take action. It's what it felt like. And sometimes inaction can be action. Don't confuse that. This is my belief anyway. And then sometimes a really small step can lead to some really big things. And then sometimes you have to run and jump. It depends on the noun, person, place, or thing, the situation, and how you're guided. And so today we're going to do an 11/22 reading because I would like to see... I'd like to see what my personal guides, the energy that is available to me, the universe, what the message is today, especially after the last few days, the story that's been going on has been between this kind of divine, feminine, and masculine. I think we're all divine to a sense. Actually, we're all divine. But it's definitely been about this specific masculine and feminine energy. The masculine who has been called to action to be the one to step forward. The feminine who has been called to action to step back and wait and to heal and fill the cup first. Fill the feminine's cup before giving. There's been a lot of depletion, I believe, and I think we're all feeling that. Four of Swords has been coming out a lot. But the wheel is still moving. The Chariot is still going. The Chariot is actually been very strong. So anyway, I want to do this general collective reading for 11/22. Let's see where we are. And then I'm going to do a little bit more cleansing oil. Again, it's lemon and lavender in the carrier oils. If you listen to any other videos, I'll put it in the description somewhere. Or one day or whatever. I don't know. This is the... Magical Hours tarot deck that I'm using today for the main spread. I like this artwork. It's really pretty, whimsical-ish. There's a little bit of darkness to it, but not like negative. Like just, I don't know. I love it. I love the art. I'm all about the art for the cards. So I use this for the main spread, and then I'll probably use Tarot of Traditions and or the Golden Black because I like those. I got my mains that I love. And then I'll do an oracle card at the end. I'm kind of liking this. I feel like we need this right now. I may not always do this, but I like it right now. I really like it right now. With Native Spirit. So, that said, let's get into it. God is thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for everything that you provide. Please allow any messages that are meant to come out and for whoever is meant to hear them, to hear them. Please use me as cards to share whatever message it is that we are allowed to hear and know. Guys, God's universe, thank you for this. Guys, God's universe, my guides, my spirit guides. If you can, please let the messages come out. It should come out. Let's do this way. Thank you for everything. If we can do one card at a time, that would be fantastic. One card at a time. Let's see what happens. One card at a time, please. Woof. She never listens to me. She never listens. But immediately, Temperance and Judgment. I like these cards so much, and I think most of them are fairly YouTube safe. We'll see as we go. So this is Temperance. Temperance is all about the alchemy. Temperance is all about timing. Temperance is about the perfect mix. These are a little shiny, by the way. And then we have Judgment. This is a call. It's safe to come out. Oh, and it's the other side of the cave. Huh. I just heard the sun will come out tomorrow. The Star, which before I started recording, I did a pre-shuffle then too, and this was on the bottom of the deck. Wishes that remain. Of course, the Swords. Of course, the Swords. 1122, and that's the Six of Swords. Traditionally, from choppy, stormy waters to smoother sailing, closer to the shore. And if you see here, she's like cradling the moon, and the stars are all around her, fairy lights. I don't know, it depends on how you want to look at it, but she's in a paper boat, so and we can call it whatever we want. I love this card so much. It's so dreamy. She is the universe. And normally there is a sword that is leading the boat, and there is someone there's like a person who is kind of rowing or, in charge. They're standing, and then there's another person and child, or another couple and child. It just depends on what deck. And then the swords are kind of in the front leading. Like, you've made your decision. The decisions have been made. The changes have taken place from the Five of Swords to the Six. And then now, this is the direction that you're moving. But in this one, the swords are behind her. She's the magic maker. And then there's the World. Definitely a closing and then new beginning, because that is a seed that is sprouted. And this is big. This is like, this is growth. This is growth. I mean, and that is, talk about 5 cards, 4 are major. And as I say that, the Empress that I see. All right. Hermit. I cannot make this up. Going within, the magic within. I'm saying that because of the swords, and then there's the Star, the Hermit. Let me show you this. So pretty. And then the Empress. So far, I believe this message is for this feminine energy, the divine feminine. It is finding the balance, the perfect, the alchemy, the balance, and knowing when it's safe to come out, listening to that higher guidance, that higher self and intuition. The Star within. Four of Cups. It has not been easy. And either you're the one who's in need of these cups, again, like filling the cup, nourishing yourself first, and maybe even from your higher self, or you're the one that is helping to nourish someone else right now. But I think this is, I don't know, I feel like based on what's coming out so far, this is about nourishing yourself from your highest self. And that has been part of the theme this past week. And sorry, if you see anything on the desk here, like paint colors, I was painting. Plus, you have, I'll show you in a second, but you have another, she in a cloak, 8 of Pentacles doing the work. And I just said something about painting too. That's kind of cool. Creating, bringing something to fruition. That fox is coming out of the painting, coming to life. 1122. 1122. Oof. The devil. Now, I said this the other day. The devil came out the other day, and I was like, the devil is in the details. I cannot help, but it just keeps repeating in my head. That being said, for somebody, this is a matter of, I think it's a matter of belief. And what are you allowing yourself to believe? What beliefs are you allowing to take over? I mean, and if you look in that one, like there's music playing, the devil, as if to like lull, I think. Like lull into a false sense of reality, maybe, because their faces are worried, but at the same time, he's also just sitting there playing the violin. He's not actually doing anything. It's kind of a puppet master, puppeteer kind of thing. There's also the, oh God, what's that fairy tale? I don't remember now. The oh my gosh, I'm horrible. God, I'm so not a good person sometimes. And I don't mean that as like I'm a bad person, but just like because I should know this. But the Piper like leading all the children, and so they're looking, but they're not actually moving. They're holding on to each other, right? And they're trying to decipher. Do we have to stay here? Do we have to stay in this? Do we have to start dancing just because this dude in the flower tree thingy is playing a violin? The moon is full. The path is lit. That's needed for somebody. But the devil is also in the details. And then the high priestess. I mean, can we get... There is so much energy here. Higher self, another white cloak. So we have the hermit who's in a white cloak. Then we have the Four of Cups where there's a female figure in a white cloak giving warm cups of something to a mermaid out of water. She could just go back in the water, by the way. And then we have the high priestess. So I do think this is about your inner guidance, the message that has been coming through. Somebody is messing with me. I can feel it. The higher power is within you. It's not something that you have to reach outside of yourself for. What you have been manifesting, this Empress mode, Empress status, you just have to believe. It's here. It's here. I haven't seen it. And we have the Sun, which I think is to confirm, and then the Six of Wands, which I think is always victory, success, and I'll show you in a second. So the Sun, I mean, it's here. Look, do you see that? I love this art. It's so fantastic. Oh my gosh. Like I want this on a wall, like the whole wall. Yeah, that's you. You got what you need. You just got to reach up. You got to believe. Victory. Headed towards a victory. And this is one of confidence, I think. Wands, fiery passion. This is finding that confidence. You've gone within. You've been doing the work. It hasn't been easy doing the work and determining what is real and what is not. But yet your inner guidance, your high priestess, and now we have the moon. Y'all, you saw me shuffle. This is insane. I'm going to count this right now before I go any further after this. And I said the path is lit. I love this card. Like the head, well, we don't know. Whoever is the full moon. All this light, all this power is within you. And yet it can be a little dark. And I was talking about that at the beginning. But it can be a little dark. 11/22, end of Scorpio season going into Sag. talk about synchronicities. It can be a little dark, but look at all that beauty around. Look at that light. Look at those stars. Goddess, God's universe. Ooh. What else should person listening to this message, what should they take from this? Oh, I said I was going to count. 5 of Pentacles. Scary. And these pentacles are not on land. They're in the water. This is definitely emotional. But there's a ship right there. And they're on top of the rock. Now, yeah, it could be a little scary. The waves could come crashing you down any moment, right? But there's also flowers sprouting there. The sun is out. You just have to believe. You just have to believe. I don't know why that is the main message. You just have to believe. So, whoa. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I have to look at this video and see how much you'll see. I look like trash today. It's fine. I don't actually care, but I do. And then we have Justice and the Page of Wands that flew out. Now, this Justice is a little different. In traditional, you'll see like a sword and a heart, or a sword and a... It just depends on whoever's doing it. These scales, they are perfectly balanced, but they are empty. And there is a veil over Justice's eyes. I think that is because this, I mean, to me, this goes back to the alchemy. When there's perfect balance, there's perfect balance, and everything is within you. It's not external from you. What would you really be weighing? How can you weigh? How can you truly weigh your heart, right? How can you truly weigh what is right or wrong to you? You can't. And then the Page of Wands, which is, for me, 1122, walking that path, taking that small step, going forward. There is an action. There might be a hesitation. There might be a needing to take a moment to take it all in. But as we've seen for the other cards, you just got to look and believe. The sun was coming up in that one too. Woo. And then there's the transformation. And if you can hear that, there's the dog in the background. Told you. Eccentric. He's going to bark like crazy, I bet. We have the Death card. Sorry. And this is one of my favorite Death cards because you see the actual transformation and see the people. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to see. There's people underneath the hill here. Or actually, it's one. It's what looks like a young girl, a young child, and who is so protected. The flowers are growing up above. This is literally about transformation. Is Death going to stop and grab her, or is Death going to keep going because the transformation has already taken place? And just, I mean, I love these cards. I can't say it enough. The transformation. This has been the process. You are protected in this process, even when it hurts, even when it's uncomfortable. The path has already been chosen. You made the decision. It's time to take the step. Allow the transformation to take place. And what is one last card? Goddess, God's universe, one last card here, and then we can maybe clarify. Goddess, God's universe. Page of Cups. And this is when you can sit up and enjoy a sip. Sit up and enjoy a sip. Not bothered at all. So unbothered. And this is not about like some little tiny, this, I mean, to me, this is like, hey, well, I mean, yeah, I'll tell you what's going on. I'm open. That's the small step for the feminine. Sit back and let, you know what? We're going to get both here because I think that was necessary for the feminine, divine feminine, to hear this message. I know I liked it. I hope you kept up along the way. We will do a little clarifying just because I want to know, I think, what I am most curious about, because I see on the first row, with temperance into judgment, this doing this waiting for the mixing, for things to come together, for things to be in this balance, to create these beautiful flowers, to create harmony. It's the perfect alchemy. It is the perfect alchemy to then go into the judgment, which is calling the people out of the dark cave. And my gosh, we have to count the major arcana here. You see? It's safe. You can come out now. You can come out now. All right, that matters. To the star, which has this boat. I'm not going to pick up everyone because it keeps sliding. I need to figure out a way to do this where you can see it. Get a different camera. I don't know. But you then have the star who, in the midst of the woods, in the middle of the woods, right? In the midst of whatever's going on internally, because there's a boat at her feet. So that's in the water. That's emotions, right? Deep emotions, because this is also the star. What you were wishing for, what you were hoping for. While she might be alone here, that star is over her. That is a divine, the universe has this. You made your wish. You came from a place of heart center. You came from a place of goodness. It was for, there's nothing I see here. There's that devil, but again, I don't think this is bad. Where it's at, especially, that is a malicious intent. It is a matter of for the higher self. The Six of Swords, the stars within, she's cradling the moon. She is the one that is guiding the boat. She is the one that, with her hope and with her dreams and with the changes that she just went through in the 5, she is sailing upon this wave that is coming into shore. The world growth coming from the seed, the hermit, having gone up to the mountain, having seen everything, having looked at all the different ways, now Empress. Aha. Had to fill the cups in order to be and stay here. And even the Empress gets tired sometimes. Let's think about that for a second. Even the Empress gets tired sometimes. Just because you are the queen of all queens does not mean that you have not had to do your work and that you don't have to continue to do your work. We are here in this physical realm, this one life, right here, right now, not talking about other lives. We've got to continuously do the work. You don't just get to stop. That work changes, how it looks like, how you step, which way you step, etc. Yes, but you cannot just stop until you do. You have to give to yourself first in order to do any of that. Give to yourself first in order to continue the work, to bring to fruition today, 11/22, whatever that work is, bring it to life. Then you have the devil. The devil is in the details. You can get lost in the fantasy or in reality, both. You have to have dreams. Otherwise, what are you working towards? That's the ideals. That's the idealistic. That's future. That's not right here, right now. And you can't just be realistic because that's yesterday. That's what's already taken place. That's based, it's saying I'm realistic is based on an experience you've already had. That's past. The devil is in the details. Get out a little bit. Higher self, trust, because your higher self has been leading you along this way all along anyway. And then you have the sun. It's a new day. There is victory and the moon. I mean, with this new moon, with the full moon to the new moon, I mean, we go through moon cycles all the time. That doesn't stop either. But right now, given the time period, again, 11/22, given all the things that I'm listening to other readers, that is going on in the universe, and then back down to the one of the planet that we're actually on. And this is indeed a very different time. It's a different time. And for the feminine who is watching, this divine feminine, myself even, my friends, I say that the message is pretty clear. You've got to believe. And you are supported, by the way. That's something to really take away from this 5 of Pentacles, okay? They are supporting each other. They are with each other. They are holding on tight. And there is hope growing right there at their feet in the background. There's a ship. The waves are really like, oh my gosh, right here. But then back here, we're all right. Justice. To the Page of Wands, the path that was already chosen. And you did choose this path. It was part of your purpose. You chose the path for the transformative experience, and now you need to allow this masculine, this divine masculine, I believe, because that's the storyline that's been coming out. But take your sip. You've got your small fish here. You have your hope. You have your hope. You have your hope from the small cups. Don't let your hope die. The Empress is always hopeful. All right. I don't know why. That, again, I don't know why I say half the things I do, but we're gonna do the gold and black. I think that's good contrast to help with this reading. So what I would like to do, God's universe, I would like to clarify the Devil. That's the one I'm looking at the most. I think everything else is pretty clear. The Devil right now, and then maybe the Five of Pentacles, but really the Devil. If we can clarify the Devil, what is the Devil doing here between the Eight of Pentacles and the High Priestess? What is the Devil doing here? Don't get lost. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's the Devil doing here? One card, please. One card, please. If we can start with one card. What's the Devil doing between the Eight of Pentacles and the High Priestess? The High Priestess is a 2, but you know, like it looks like it could be an 11, by the way. What is, we do have an 11 here. What is the Devil doing here between the 8 and the 8 of Pentacles and the High Priestess? And we got 3 that actually just came out. This is Lovers. I'm not going to show you up close because YouTube. Hermit. And then we have the Page of Cups again. So there's... For some, it's about unhealthy attachment and needing to remember that you can be in love and still be an individual. But that's just not what I feel. Whoa. That's way too many. We're going to put this back. God's universe, if you could give me for the going within to see what to offer as well. I mean, the Lovers have both had to kind of, they've got double Hermit, double Page of Cups. So this is, again, in the fact that the Lovers came out, it can be a divine union where the individual is needed to figure out for themselves. And then there's 10 of Swords with the 4 of Cups. This is what keeps happening. Double, double. And in this 4 of Cups, this is about an offer coming from the universe, which this can be the higher self again, or a higher power even. The cloak from the Hermit to that, to the High Priestess. I think it's for the higher self, for the feminine. But in this part of the clarification of the message, something that didn't feel like enough has come to an end. Or perhaps you thought it was an end, but meanwhile, the cup was here all along. The cup was already on its way. A message that was received, and then leaving, running, taking what you can carry, leaving the rest behind. And in this, the more traditional 7 of Swords, sorry, is what just came out. This is actually like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm going this way. Decision already made. Only taking what you can carry. Only taking what you can carry. Whoa. Fool. And the Empress. And the Fool is funny because when I was talking in the intro of this, you know, talking about the small steps are taking a leap. You never know with the Fool. Is he really going to jump off the edge? Or is he just like, ah, ha, ha, you know, I'm here. It's so beautiful, and then turns back around. I mean, who knows, right? And the other 2 cards were the Knight of Swords and the High Priestess. So, Empress, High Priestess, I think maybe for some of you, you were about to exit stage left, and then the universe brought in a really quick form of communication that may have halted everything. So, Goddess, God's universe, what is the outcome of that? What is the outcome of that? Because this is, again, devil in the details, and I'm kind of going way into the details. The devil is in the details. So, what is the most likely outcome of this communication that came flying in? And then we have the Six of Swords again. I mean, this cannot... You see this, right? Confirmation. And this is the more traditional, the person who's guiding the swords. Again, what you've been through, what's been decided from within. This is a unit. These are people going together forward. Small step, small message, perhaps. Page of Pentacles. Anything else that we want to say on the Devil card? The confirmation, the most likely... I don't like this. The most likely outcome here for this part of the spread. Moving forward. I think that's what it is. Moving forward, walking away from the empty cups, walking away from the Eight of Cups that you've already had. Excuse me, Seven of Cups that you've already had. Eight of Cups. To Hangman. Wow. To the transformative experience. It was necessary. It was necessary. This tower, this transformative experience was necessary for the Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Why? Why was this necessary? Goddess, God's universe, why was this necessary? I think it's for the growth, for the transformative experience, like I said, but let's... For the manifesting. In order to bring into life, to be the magician. Oh, you're silly. So you put yourself through all of this stuff just so you could prove to yourself that you are the magic maker. You know, I said the star within earlier with the star. You are the magic maker. Bring it to life. The Eight of Pentacles, Fox out. So what's the Five of... Chariot. Told you. What's the Five of Pentacles? What's the Five of Pentacles here? We got so many double... What's the Five of Pentacles here? Keep the hope. I mean, I'm going to stop there because that's really what I believe. This Knight of Cups to the Six of Pentacles to go with the Five of Pentacles. It is coming. The balance is coming. The reciprocity is coming. The offer, the message, the action, the step forward is coming. I don't know what that means for you watching personally, but it is. It's happening. And, yeah, and I'm going to put that to the side. I want to do, sorry, I'm going to use the Tarot Grand Lux, I think. Yeah, I want to. Be open to receiving. Doesn't mean that you're diving straight into the water. She's sitting on top of the fish. The boat, the ship is in the back. You know, the transformative experience to get here to the page. An empress, I think, who has gone, put herself through more. Yeah, an empress who has put herself through more. Almost like testing yourself. Testing yourself. And then we have that Queen of Pentacles, which is a minor for the Empress, and we already had the Empress come out again. So I think testing yourself. You've been testing yourself of whether or not you could trust yourself, your higher power, your intuitive experience is what just came to my head. So, Goddess, God's universe, what does this mean? What does this mean for the most likely outcome for this feminine? For this feminine, what is the most likely outcome? Open to a conversation. What is the most likely outcome? The Sun. And so now we have double that. There is power in the sun. There is dancing in the sun. There is understanding your power in yourself. The star, the sun is the star is within, the magic maker. Oh, come on. And then what does this mean? Whoa. Oh. Yep. Small messages, small actions, small steps, innocent, inquisitive, curious, birds, to the Two of Cups. I love that. And you see how a hand's coming out of each cup? Because again, you gotta fill your own cup first. You have to fill your own cup first. And I think somebody needed to remember that. That's all I'm doing with this. Okay, so for those that have been paying attention, this has been a journey. You are still on, you'll never not be on the journey until you are in your next phase, okay? But this has been a journey for whoever this message is for. I truly believe that the overarching message is that for the feminine, the divine feminine, who, again, whoever this is for, you have put yourself through this in a sense, and you had to. You made a decision, you made a choice to walk a certain path of life, whether pre-earth or yesterday or 5 years ago. I don't know. But you made a choice to walk the path that you've been walking on. You were the Empress all along. And you needed, it was like you needed to remind yourself that you have the knowing. You have the answers, and you have this magic. You have this ability to bring into life what is necessary. But you have to take care of yourself first, or you will be deaf to the voice of your inner voice. And I think in taking on this journey and deciding to go forward on this path that you did and have and are, I mean, because you have the Page of Wands down here and the Page of Cups, so you're not back to your full Empress status. You are the Empress. That is confirmation. But you are not back to that status because you've put yourself through this and you've had to go through some healing. Perhaps you had to go through some losses. Perhaps you had to remember that there's no such thing. And that this is about the present experience. But when it comes to the masculine, the divine masculine, I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it. When it comes to the divine masculine, you have divine feminine, divine masculine, doesn't matter. I don't care what your gender is. That doesn't matter either. It is about two people coming in together from two cups that they have filled themselves, then joining hands. And this is a minor for the lovers. This is a minor, but at the same time, it is a very powerful stage. It is a very powerful union. And we have a lot of major arcana here. I said I was going to count. I still haven't counted. I'll count again. I'll do like I did last time. So for the divine masculine, what does the feminine in this story, what does she need to know about the divine masculine? Where is he at? Where is he at in this? We see the Two of Cups. There is a union, two people coming together, two people holding each other's hands together, perhaps like that Five of Pentacles where they have to have faith in each other. They have to remember what they're doing this for. Where is he at? Whoa. Queen of Pentacles. Again, where is the divine... No, where is the divine masculine in this? Where is he at on this journey? Union together. Queen of Pentacles. There's a lot of... well, we'll get into that in a second. Queen of Pentacles. Four of Wands. Remember what you're doing it for. I love that. All right, we got Six of Swords again. So that's what? 4 decks? 3 decks. 3 decks. The Justice. Again. The Ace of Cups. Remember what you're doing it for. Heart Center. Love. And the Seven of Cups in this deck is not like the Seven of Cups in other decks where it's all about these choices. It's very much like almost there to the 10. I mean, that's just kind of how I see it. Like you're taking in the love as you go. And you can see that they're beyond is the rainbow. There's the empire. There's everything that you've ever dreamed and wished for, whatever that is for you. Remember what you're doing it for. A lot of cups, a lot of love. So, okay. And it still went very long. So, in the clarifying deck here, we've got the Sun. And Justice. So 2. But both of those are confirmation of cards that have popped out earlier. So 2. I want to go to the main deck to see how many. In the gold and black tarot, we have the Chariot 1, Magician 2, the Tower 3, Death double also. Whoa, don't drop. 4, Hanged Man 5. Oh, these doubles. High Priestess 6, Fool 7, Empress 8. The Lovers and the Hermit. So 9, 10. Right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. And of these, let me just look at this. Hermit, Empress, High Priestess, Death, okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 doubles with these for the clarifying, for the real main, I shouldn't say the real, main clarifying here. And when you look at that, that tells me that that is definitely, there is a lot of Virgo energy and Scorpio. There's other signs here, like every sign is here truly, but there's a lot of Virgo. Earth and water. Earth and water is the main theme. So, what did I say? 10 out of those. This is going to get really messy now. And if, for those of you, oh, there's the doggy. 1, 2, okay, so it's a 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 22. That's hilarious. So out of 22 cards, 10 of them were major arcana. Hilarious because 11, 22. You see, I didn't count. I just kept going. That's funny. All right, and then we have 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Which could be 10. It's fine. All right, 19 cards here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Out of 19 cards, you have 12 majors. 12. For some, 1222 might be significant, which I think that's, is that solstice? Is that the solstice? I don't know. I'd have to look it up. It's 1221. Somewhere in there is around the solstice. So it may be, listen, talk about transformative experience. That's going to be another time period for December. The winter solstice is going to be, yeah, hold on tight. Because that's going to be when, I think, honestly, that's when the two are coming together full circle. Everything that you believed, everything that you've manifested, everything you're bringing into fruition with the step that you're taking today, you're going to see some of, I hate to use this term, but like the payoff. Because it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of work. I mean, this is major, major, major power here. Major power, and like the universe is talking to you. The universe has been talking to you. You've been through yourself. Your higher self has been telling you all along, but you had to do this. You had to go through this. And that's okay. Sometimes it's just what we've got to remember. Sometimes we have to test ourselves to remember exactly who we are. The power that we have. Let's do an oracle, and then we're going to close this out. I will one day not do readings that take so freaking long. Maybe. I don't know. I can't promise that, actually. Because that would be inauthentic and a lie. Let's do it this way. Goddess, guys, universe, our native spirits, beyond our understanding, there sits a consciousness, and it has been here long before we were. Long before we were. If you can, please. Let's do one more. Give us one card of guidance, oracle guidance here from the Native Spirit deck. Goddess, God's universe, what message, one card if we can, what message should we take for today, 11/22, going forward, walking in Heart Center, Grandmother Earth, and if that isn't some divine feminine, oh my goodness, look at it. I'll show it even more in a second. It's so pretty. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up, and then I'll. Grandmother Earth. With the Empress energy, the Queen of Pentacles, and now here we are with the mountains and the flowers from the Earth. If you're not a Virgo, you have some strong Earth, I think, in your chart. Isn't that pretty? All right, so I'm going to read. The card meaning. Grandmother Earth card meaning. Stop and take measure of your life, which I think is exactly what this reading was saying, the journey that you've been on. Sorry. Stop and take measure of your life. Assess who you are and where you are. Get grounded. Make plans for the future, but don't act on those plans until you are ready and feel secure in stepping forward. Present. Steps. Wow. There is a profound source of strength and power within you, and it is expanding now. Put your roots down. This is the time of preparation and going deeper. This is the test that you have given yourself. That's me saying that, not the book. Your native spirit wants you to know. Grandmother Earth provides the trees, plants, flowers, rivers, streams, oceans, mountains, and valleys, and supports us all with her bounty. She is stable and strong in her devotion to us. You are supported and loved even if you're not always sure of it. Strength is growing within you. Don't rush. Slow down. The seeds that you plant now will bring abundance in the future, but only if you take the time to nurture those new beginnings. Take time to plan your future carefully. Don't rush into anything. Security and protection surround you. You are safe. If you're thinking of making secure financial investments and receive this card, it's telling you that this is a good time to do so. It's not a time to take risk. The journey. To deepen your connection of Grandmother Earth and bring security in all forms of your life into your life, walk barefoot on the earth, place your hands in the earth, or make investments. Imagine the strengthening, grounding energy of the earth filling you and your life. And I'm just going to say that I think that perfectly sums up the reading and what has been going on. And for the person who has been manifesting certain things and certain people, whatever, pick the noun. Heavy earth energy, but deep emotional. The streams and the oceans and the rivers too, right? All right, 11/22. Small steps. Bye.